Programming. Programs are created by writing instructions in a programming language, similar to how movie scripts are written in human spoken languages like English. Programming languages were created by computer scientists to make it easy to write instructions that a computer can understand. A computer can then run these programs if they are written correctly. In this course, you are learning a programming language named Python. However, there are many programming languages out there. This diagram shows the symbols of a bunch of other possible programming languages that you could learn instead. You might be wondering why Python is a good language to learn, if there are so many options. First, Python is one of the most popular languages in the world. In fact, according to some metrics, it might be the most popular programming language in the world. Second, it has a huge number of libraries that make it useful for a wide range of problems in scientific computing, data science, web development, and much more. Third, it is sometimes called a friendly language for beginners, because many people have found it easier to learn than other languages despite being so powerful. Python is actually two things. First, as a programming language, Python is a set of rules for writing Python programs. Second, Python is also a program that can execute programs written according to the rules of the Python programming language. Therefore, we will sometimes refer to Python as a language, and sometimes refer to Python as a tool for running programs. Before we explain what it means to run a program, let us talk about programming languages a little more. Human languages, like English or Spanish, can be used to talk about many complex ideas. However, programming languages are good for only one thing: giving instructions to a computer to solve a problem. We don't use programming languages to talk to each other the same way we do human languages. That's because programming languages have a small vocabulary and a limited grammar. Imagine you were giving commands to a very small child in English. The child only knows a few words. If they don't know a word, you will have to explain new words to them using words they already understand. Programming languages are similar to this. You build new words using a small set of original words. Most words and ideas that we take for granted as smart humans are not usable in a programming language unless we add them ourselves based on existing words. Basically, you can never underestimate how little a computer will understand when it comes to a programming language. Programming languages have very strict rules. This is similar to how we have rules in English. There are two kinds of rules: syntax and semantics. In English, we follow grammar rules about how we can structure our sentences. The sentence shown here is not grammatically correct English, so we would reject it. Similarly, in Python, we use symbols, spaces, and words in very precise ways. Using them incorrectly will give you a syntax error. You will probably make many syntax errors as you learn to program. Although the sentence here follows grammar rules, it doesn't make any sense. This is the idea of semantics, the rules concerned with meaning. It is very easy to write perfectly valid sentences in Python that accomplish nothing at best and hurt things at worst. You need to think critically when programming, to recognize when you've written instructions that makes no sense. When you write a Python program, you are really just writing some text. That text needs to be valid Python text, following all of its syntax rules. But that means it's not that different from an essay you might write in English. Once a program is written according to the Python language rules, the program can be executed. This means that the computer will read the text of the program line by line, and perform each step. This is just like following the steps of a recipe or instructions. Just like a human, the computer will do each step one at a time. When we want to use a program, we will say that the program is run or executed. Either a program will end on its own, or we will have to stop it ourselves, which is sometimes referred to as killing a program. Technically, you can write programs in a text editor and then run them with Python separately. However, most programmers use a programming environment that makes it very easy to write programs and then press a single button to run them. Usually, running a program causes some kind of visual output, although this is not always guaranteed. This screenshot shows the BlockPy programming environment, which we will use to write and run basic programs, so we can view their output.